In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you all? This is our English class. Today we will study chapter number 6. Open your books and first of all, we read this page. Then I will explain you what is this about. Read and answer the questions. Read the names written at the top of the picture, then at the down. Mr. Hai, old. Mr. Rana, older. Mr. Kabir, oldest. Now what is written here? Mr. Hai is old. Mr. Rana is older. Mr. Kabir is the oldest. Old, older, oldest. You have already listened this word old, but maybe older and oldest are the new words for you. What are these words? I will tell you them. Now read the next picture. Zia, Zohra, Kamran. Young, younger, youngest. Again, the word young is very often you listen. Then younger with ERN, youngest. Zia is young, Zohra is younger, and Kamran is the youngest. Okay. Now picture C, bicycle, car, aeroplane. No words are written, but what they are asking, which is the slowest? Slowest. Bicycle, car, or aeroplane? I know all of you knew it that bicycle is the slowest. Not slow only, slowest. And which is the fastest? Aeroplane. Correct. Now orange, pear, apple. Which is the dearest? Which is the cheapest? Dearest means which has more money. Means which cost more money. Here is 3 rupees, 4, and here is 5. So which is the dearest means apple, and apple is the dearest. Which is the cheapest? 3, and orange is the cheapest. Girl, man, boy. Who is the happiest? Who is the happiest? I think the girl is smiling. So the girl is the happiest and the boy is the saddest. White shirt, striped shirt, again white shirt. Which is the cleanest? White shirt. Which is the dirtiest? Again the white shirt, this white. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Which is the easiest? Now tell me, number 3, 2 or 1? 2 plus 2, 4. So, and 26 multiplied by 3, it is little bit difficult for you, and this is more difficult. So number 1 is the easiest and number 3 is the most difficult. Again, 1, 2, 3. Who has drawn most carefully? Which one is good? Number 1. Number 1 has drawn most carefully. Who has drawn most carelessly? And number 3. Number 3 has drawn most carelessly. Now, old, you can say it is the quality or it is the word which tells us about Mr. Hai. So, do you remember anything? The word which tells us more about the noun, what it is? I explained this in English B lesson. This is the adjective. Old is the adjective. This word, old, older, oldest, young, dear, cheap, clean, dirty. All these words are adjectives. What are adjectives? Okay, let's move. I will tell you. Try to remember, I told you the word that tells us more about noun is an adjective. Okay. For example, Ali is tall. This is the quality of Ali, you can say, or this word tall is telling us about Ali. So it means tall is the adjective. Now, if you say Umar is taller than Ali, same word tall, but little bit changed by putting ER here, it becomes taller. And Umar is taller than Ali. Ali is tall, Umar is taller. Means if you are comparing between Umar and Ali, Umar is taller. This is again the quality. Again, this word is telling us about Umar. So it is also an adjective, but it is different from tall. Again, look, Maruf is the tallest. With the word tall, base word tall, we have addition here, tallest boy in the class. In the whole class, Maruf is the tallest. This word telling us about the Maruf. So this word is also an adjective. All these words, tall, taller, same kind, but with different words. So it means these are the adjective degrees. We call them degrees of adjectives. And what is the degrees of adjective? Let's see here. Adjectives have 3 degrees that compare one thing to another. As you can see here, we are comparing Omar with Ali. So it is adjective. And here Maruf, when we compare Maruf from in the whole class, so Maruf is the tallest. So adjectives have 3 degrees that compare one thing to another. First one is the positive. Suppose this, the main word tall is the positive degree we say. Then the second, taller with ER. This is comparative. And tallest, the tallest is the superlative. These are the positive, comparative, superlative. Adjective has 3 degrees. Understand? To compare one thing to another. And how we make comparative and superlative degree with the positive word. See here, we have the word tall. If you are comparing 2 persons, Omar and Ali, then you put ER. Comparison between 2, we make this word tall, taller. We just, after the word tall, we put here ER. This will become comparative degree. Small, smaller, ER. Old, older, ER. Okay, then for the superlative, it means from the whole class or from the in the whole world or in all, you can say. Superlative degree we use when we talk about from all the things or from all the persons. Just like here, Maruf is the tallest boy in the class, in the whole class. Maruf is the tallest. So then we use the superlative. And what to do to make a superlative degree? For comparative, we put ER, but for the superlative, we put EST. Okay? After the positive word, we put EST, and before this, we must use the. For the superlative degree, we use the tallest. Maruf is the tallest. Smaller, small, smaller, the smallest, EST. Old, older, oldest, the oldest, EST. Okay, this is the easiest way to change comparative and then into superlative. Now we have some rule for the different words. Suppose here we have big, hot, bigger, but the G comes 2 times here. Hot, 2 times T. Thin, 2 times N. Why? So always remember, whenever the word has vowel before the last letter, you have a letter, vowel letter. What are these vowels? A, E, I, O, U. If these 5 letters comes before the last letter, then the last letter should be double. This is the important point. You should be noted. Look, then here, same like big, then bigger. We are putting ER, but after double the G. Double G, then ER. The biggest. Double G, then EST. Same like here, here is O before T. O is a vowel. Hot, then hotter, double T, ER. The hottest, double T, EST. Same like a thin, we have I here, so thinner, double N, ER. Same ER, we also put ER for the comparative, so ER, but after double the letter. Then the thinnest. Okay, simple rule to put ER and EST. Then if you have vowel before the last letter, then double the last letter. Now the third rule, what to do if you have an adjective with the Y at the end, like dirty, then what to do for changing into comparative degree and superlative? You have to change the Y into I. Y will change into I, then we put ER. Dirty, dirtier, the dirtiest. Y change into I and then ER. Very easy rules. Same like hungry. Y change into I, then ER. Hungry, hungrier, the hungriest. Heavy, cut the Y, put the I, heavier, the heaviest. Okay, now then what we have? Then we have some words that will not change by putting ER and EST, but we put more and the most before the same word, like careful. It will not become carefuler or carefulest. No, this will change into comparative degree by putting more before careful. More careful, then the superlative, the most careful. Different, more different, the most different. Again, you have careless, dangerous, exciting. There are more words in which you have to put more and the most. Now we have some words, only few words, which are completely the change word in their comparative and superlative. Just like good. You can say, for example, you can say, Uzma is a good girl. But if you have a comparison between Uzma and Sarah, so you can say, Sarah is better than Uzma. Uzma is good, but Sarah is better than Uzma. It will not change into gooder or goodest. It will change into better. Then Zabe is the best girl in the class. Good, better, best. Then we have the word bad. The comparative is worse. Superlative is the worst. Good, better, the best, and bad, worse, worst. You have to remember these rules for making comparative and superlative. They are very easy in simple words with only ER and EST. If you have vowel before the last letter, then double the last letter, then it will become bigger, biggest. If you have Y, then I, then ER. Some different words, you can say the long words, they have more and the most. And then these are, you have to remember these words. Okay, children? I hope you will all understand better after doing these exercises. Okay, keep all these rules in your mind, what I explained before. Okay, exercise number 2 and 3 you have to do orally. So you will do it by your own. 2 and 3. No need to explain, they are easiest, you can say. Just read and find out the answers. Exercise 2, by seeing the picture, you have to read this, then find out the answer. They are very easy. Also, the exercise 3. Now here, choose the right words. A. Naz Alam was, in the bracket, they have given you 3 degrees. Young, younger, the youngest girl in the class. It must be in the class. So if they are talking about in the whole class, then this must be the superlative, the youngest. Okay. Maruf is old, older, the oldest, then his brother. There is a comparison between two, Maruf and his brother. Whenever you see the word then, THAN, then it means this is the comparison. Here comes the comparative degree, means the second one. So old, older, oldest. The second one with the ER, it means older. Maruf is older than his brother. Arif Ali is bigger, biggest, the biggest boy in the school. See here, bigger, biggest, the biggest. What I told you, with the superlative degree, we must write the, not only biggest. This means this is not correct. You have to choose the biggest. Okay. The last exercise was difficult, more difficult, most difficult than the others. Again, here's the word then. It means more difficult, comparative degree. The boys' marks were the worst than the girls. Comparison between boys and girls. And here this is the same, worst and the worst. Don't be confused that this one is the second. No, bad, worse, and worst. So this is the second degree, you can say the comparative degree. This is the correct option. Omar's marks were good, better, the best in the class. In the class means comparing in the whole class, so the best. Okay, now move to the next page, 27, exercise number 5. What is this? It's a small paragraph, or you can say small story. Just read it. The children wrote some stories for Miss Jan. Miss Jan read them and gave them back to the children. Your stories were very good, she said. Uzma's story was the most interesting. I gave her 10 marks. Omar's was the most exciting. I gave him 9 marks. Maruf's story was the shortest. I gave him 6 marks. Zaeb's was the longest. I gave her 7 marks. Now you have to answer these questions. Let's see here. Whose story was the longest? Zaeb's was the longest. So what is the answer of A? Zaeb's story was the longest. The longest. Okay. Whose story was the shortest? Maruf's. So Maruf's story was the shortest. Question number C. Whose story was the most interesting? See here, Uzma's story. So Uzma's story was the most interesting. Question D. Whose story was the most exciting? Omar's. Omar's story was the most exciting. E, whose marks were the best? So I gave her 10. It means Uzma's marks were the best. The best. Whose marks were the worst? I gave it 6. So Maruf's. Maruf's marks were the worst. These are the question answers. This is your classwork. You have to write this in your notebooks by mentioning chapter number, then exercise number 5, then write the question and then the answer. This is our chapter number 5, chapter number 6. Yes. Now we have from the workbook page 14, chapter 6. They want to ask you about the degrees of adjective. You have to do it by your own. I told you all the rules, what to do here. Cold, colder. Just ER. Tall, taller. The, yes, tallest, EST. As I told you, only ER in the comparative, EST. Look here. The word which already has E, then what to do? Only you have to put R and ST. So it will become wider. Only R and then widest. Same like here, brave, braver, the bravest. Slow, here no E at the end, then you have to put E, ER, then EST. Now remember the rule which I told you. If we have Y, then what to do? Change into I-E-R. Then we put ER. I, then EST. So then heavy, dirty, greedy, busy, ugly, hungry, sleepy. Up to here, you have the words with the letter Y at the end. Then you must change it. And always remember to put the for the superlative. Then we have the word careful. As I told you, here only you have to put more. More, careful is written, the most. Same like careless, more careless, the most. Different, dangerous, exciting, comfortable. With all these words, you only have to put more and the most. Then we have good, better, the best. Yes. Again here, good. Same, they are asking again the same word, good. Change into better, then the best. Bad, worse, the worst. Again the bad, what you write here, worse, then the worst. Okay. Now chapter 15 of the same page 15, same chapter number 6. There are the pictures and you have to write the answer. They are very easy, so you will do it by yourself by reading this. David, Jack, Robin, Jane, Susan, Rose. Who is the fattest boy? Here they gave you one answer. David is the fattest. Then they are asking who is the thinnest. And you have to find who is the thinnest between these three. Who is the happiest girl? The C. Yes. You have to write the name of this girl. Who is the saddest? Then you have to write the name of this girl. Again here, the marks 10 out of 10, 5 out of 10, 3 out of 10. Then there are the drawing. Whose marks is the highest? The highest. Tom's. Whose mark is the lowest? 5 or 3? Yeah, 3. So you have to write this name. Tim's with apostrophe S. Tim's mark. Whose drawing is the best? Which one is good? This. So you write this name. Whose drawing is the worst? Who is the worst? Okay, complete this page. This is all about today. We'll see you in the next lecture, inshallah. Have a good day.